The most important persons, I would say, not just one, are my parents. I think they grew me to be somebody who I am now. So I'm very, very happy and blessed to have them. I'm Jerry Sibal, Wang Jiali. I'm a Filipino Chinese American. I'm an event and floral designer based in New York City. And this is my profile. I grew up in a very Chinese community, very clannish, and I would say I'm one of the few Filipino Chinese trying to belong. Kind of like an identity crisis also. It's either you're Filipino or you're Chinese. Well, I grew up very Chinese. That's why I speak the language. I speak Mandarin and I speak Hokkien. The course I took up in college is architecture. I actually took up something that I really like and it has to do with art. So I took up architecture. My first job was as a project supervisor in an architectural firm. That time you have the former First Lady, Melda Marcos, has this project. It's a housing project, so that was very in. I was one of the project supervisors. I'm a lover of art, and then I ventured into traditional Chinese painting because I'm always fascinated with Chinese culture. It started with Chinese opera. I love those makeup, those exotic look, and I always wanted to study anything about art. I'm curious about anything that has to do with art. That's how I grew to be an artist. I decided to go to New York. I went to New York in 1992, and I brought only with me $300 in my pocket. Yeah, but I had a suitcase of hope and faith that I'm gonna do it. This is my city. So a friend of mine, Ed Twin, my partner, introduced me to Preston Bailey, the event designer, the celebrity event designer. So he discovered me and offered me a job, and that's how I started venturing into event and floral design. And because of my architectural background, I introduced to the company the architectural side of it and the theatrical side of it. That's why it became like event design, no more like a floral design. It has expanded to more on a deeper sense. It's very theatrical, it's very architectural, it's all about environment. My three biggest challenges are when I started working with Sir Richard Branson of Virgin Atlantic, because he invited 10 of the best designers in the United States and picked only one. Fortunately, he picked my design. And the second one is when I worked with Preston, we did a project with a lot of celebrities. One of them is Oprah. When he launched the O magazine, I was the main designer there. So, and the third one is when I did project for Harrah's and Caesars, 22 casinos in one day, all over the United States. So that was the most challenging because it's happening at the same time. I'm blessed, but I don't own this one. This can be taken away anytime. But if I began to share it with my kababayan, with other people, inspire people, I think that's the best gift I ever had in my life. I just want to be remembered as a simple Jerry, you know, nothing fancy. A Jerry who makes a lot of mistakes also. Jerry who's very happy. Do your best, because by tomorrow or in a second, in a minute, you know, you won't be on this earth. That's why always do your best and create that kind of peaceful environment. That's why I don't believe in there's a failure, there's a success. Failure is not fatal, you know. And success is not the end of it too, or failure is not the end of it. It's like, just move on, don't stop. I'm Jerry Sibal, Wang Jiali. I'm a Filipino Chinese American. I'm an event and floral designer based in New York City. And this is my profile.